Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Alan and welcome to the Sure Systems YouTube channel hosted by yours truly. Now I know your time is valuable. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. The only difference between being successful and unsuccessful lies within how you're using your waking hours. And that's why today I am going over 6 tips for outsourcing. Now just as a heads up, throughout this video I will be using the phrase service provider, but all of these tips apply to any freelancers, contractors, or consultants that you may be considering to hire. And if you haven't already, be sure to tap or click that subscribe button because we will be uploading new videos every week and you don't want to miss out on these sick oh, oops, I almost fell. Moves. If you like that 360 jump, be sure to also hit the subscribe button or the thumbs up button. So the first tip is to ask yourself, what do I want to outsource? My philosophy is simple. You should outsource your weaknesses so that you can double down on your strengths. Not only is this going to improve your productivity, but you will also be able to spend more time doing the things you love to do, such as spending time with your family, starting that podcast, going to the gym, because we both know you've been telling yourself that you have no time, or tasks that will grow your business because no one shares or communicates that passion for your business better than you do. Now my second point is to evaluate the service provider as if you were hiring a full-time employee. Look, this organization or person that you're going to be working with is going to be working very closely with you and your team, and it's crucial that there is a cultural fit. So when you're having these conversations with potential service providers, voice any concerns that you might have, ask for references from their previous clients, or even reach out to your connections to get their recommendations on who they've worked with in the past. My third point should be a no-brainer, but in my experience, this is one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen organizations make when evaluating service providers, and that is choosing a vendor based on price. I mean, it's simple. You get what you pay for, and typically this results in either poor client service, missed deadlines and deliverables, and just overall low quality of work. You get what you pay for, and I understand that you're in business to make money and have a positive impact on your clients, and sometimes that requires us to save money wherever possible. However, sometimes going with the cheapest option can result in much more than just losing money, but even worse, wasted time. This next tip is going to be a tough one to hear, but it's something that I really need you to hear, and I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't share this with you. Just because you're capable of doing something doesn't mean that you should. Listen, I know you're amazing. It takes a very special individual to grow and scale a business, and a majority of people talk about doing this stuff, but very few select people actually go out and do it. And if you're watching this video, it's because you're an entrepreneurial visionary that can see the bigger picture. I know you're smart, but internally here at Sure Systems, we've been using the phrase, you shouldn't have your most high-valued staff doing low-value work. When you hire an engineer or a software developer, do you want them spending their time tinkering with their computer, or do you want them building that schematic or that product that you hired them to do? You're paying these people good money to utilize their skill set, not to fix that leaky faucet in the kitchen. The fifth tip is to be engaged in the process. Think about this. Before you selected a service provider, you or someone on your team was doing this work. Just because you outsource something doesn't mean that it's completely hands-off. And with that being said, it can eventually be hands-off to the point where all you have to do is pay the monthly invoice, but to get to that point requires you to provide the right information and resources to get the job done correctly. There are also nuances that are specific to your business and workflow that you also need to account for. And oftentimes we are so tunnel visioned in our own business that we don't always realize these little habits that we've picked up on. The sixth and final tip for outsourcing is to be as detailed and specific as possible. Now this is the biggest difference between hiring a local service provider and going overseas. When you go overseas, you have to make it as clear as possible. Being vague will result in your task being misinterpreted, and then at times that can lead you to spending more time on revising their work. Versus when you work with someone locally, not only are they in the same time zone, which is a huge part, but there isn't that language barrier, and chances are they have worked with similar organizations in the past, so they will understand the general needs and expectations that you're looking for. So thank you for making it to the end of this video. And we want to take our support one step further than just the content within this video. So I want to know, what are some of the questions that you have when it comes to outsourcing? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll get in touch with you guys and talk with you guys and help you and support you beyond just the video. So